Hi, my name is Crystal Woodley. I am a GCU teaching candidate. I am in my student teaching phase of the program, and I am here to talk to you today about my personal teaching philosophy. To be honest, I never knew that I even had a teaching philosophy, but just to give you a little backdrop about me, I am a paraprofessional. I have been for 16 years, and it's kind of cool that I will be transitioning after this into a teacher. I feel that I've always been a teacher at heart. My brother has um, learning disabilities, 4 years younger than I, and I've always been there to help him succeed through each school year. And but now that I'm in my student teaching program, I feel that I have made more growth. For one, I'm dressing different. As you can see, I have my little teacher sweater going on and my dress. I wear my ID badge. No one else seems to wear it, but I like to wear it. It makes me feel good and important. I got my teacher bag. I come prepared every day with a smile on my face. I drink my coffee, whatever I need to do to be okay when I see my students. I try to greet them and, you know, give them as much love as possible. We all went through this pandemic where we weren't able to see each other, and it was the pandemic actually that helped me to see how much I miss my students, and I don't take them for granted anymore. This year I was blessed to have an amazing cooperating teacher. I've never worked with her before, but I've known of her. Um, as a para, I was so used to not being utilized. I was only used maybe to toilet train students or clean up messes or things basically the teacher didn't want to do. This year it's different. I'm so loving student teaching because I get to feel like a co-teacher and equal in the classroom. I'm able to bounce ideas off with my cooperating teacher, and she just lets me fly. She lets me explore all the ideas in my head, and I love her for it. I am in a class ratio of 8 um, to 1 to 1, but unfortunately, we only have 4 students at the moment. But we have 4 rock star students. They are amazing. We have one third grader, 2 4th graders, and 1 5th grader. So with this intimate setting, it has afforded me the opportunity to really get to know them, learn their favorite color, learn their family composition, learn what's going on in their personal life, learn their strengths, their weaknesses. And I use this information when I'm designing my lesson plans. Um, I have one student, one of my 4th graders, he's very active. He doesn't like to sit still for too long. So I make sure on my lesson I have some physical activity just for him. My other student, she loves to come up to the smart board and point. I think she wants to be a teacher too. So I have something in there for her. I have my other two. My 5th grader loves to sing. He could be on America's Next Top Model. So we have songs, and even though he's a 5th grader, he still loves to sing his songs. And then my 3rd grader, she can be a little tough sometimes. Sometimes she has she comes in and she's not in the best of moods, but I've learned to just work with her and be creative and think of ways to just turn her whole mood around, whether it's tickling or having her just, take deep breaths or take a walk or draw a picture to express herself because she's quite the artist. And it's just, I am really enjoying myself. This experience has been amazing, from, like I said, my cooperating teacher to my class to how I feel. Uh, I started this master program in March of last year, no, May of last year, and it was right after I recovered from a bout of COVID, and I promised God that because I didn't think I was going to make it. I was hospitalized, but I promised God that when I got out the hospital, I wasn't going to waste any more time. 16 years as a para was way too long. It's time to get in the hot seat, and it's time to become a classroom teacher. And that's what I'm doing. And my philosophy has skyrocketed and has grown. And I'm proud to say I have a teaching philosophy. Um, I plan to broaden out that philosophy. Um, I have attended several PDs thus far, just in the school year alone, on ABA practices, on different assessments we're using here in New York City, just so that I can be the best teacher that I can be for my students. It's all about the students. When their parents drop them off to me at 8 o'clock, they are my kids until they go home and even beyond. I have one student today. She's unfortunately not feeling well. She's in the hospital and we FaceTime. So talk about technology. We're using technology on a whole new level nowadays. I mean, we have our Google Classroom set up. As I said, I FaceTimed the student today just so she could see a familiar face as she was in the hospital, getting well. We use Remind app to remind the parents constantly in conversations with them. We're using Zoom to conduct our IEP meetings, Microsoft Teams. I'm really getting good at Google Slides. If I can't find an adapted book to read to the students about the Diwali celebration, then I make it myself. And I put interactive pictures in there and games, and that's where I've grown. I feel, it's no more just pencil and paper and cutting and pasting, and we're moving away from that and getting more into the technological aspect of my teaching, and I'm having a blast. I love it. As far as my Christian worldviews, I would have to say I definitely try to show compassion to my students, um, teach them to be human first. Um, I try to lead by example. I try not to come in to work with my outside personal issues. I come prepared. I never yell at my students. I try to teach them what my expectations are ahead of time. Like, they know my expectations for fire drills, walking in the hall, the behavior they're supposed to have in the classroom and in the cafeteria during lunch. And they know what happens when they don't follow those rules. I try to be fair. I try to be consistent. And most of all, I try to reward them every opportunity I get and create opportunities for them to be rewarded and to feel good. And when they feel good, I feel great. So that's just a little taste, a little tidbit of my teaching philosophy and where I am. I plan to do more. This is just the beginning. I'm having a great time. So stay tuned for more details. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.